Mitre10 Heartland Championship. Our thanks to Mainfreight, to Toyota, Still, Wet and Forget, and also support from the Rugby Union. In Levin, Horowhenua-Kapiti will play West Coast. Now, these two teams are at the moment in 9th and 10th position, so both have a chance of qualifying through to the Lahore Cup. But I'll tell you what, they'll have to win today to do that. If they lose, they won't have a chance.
Yeah, home advantage also, as we've seen through the course of this competition, plays a huge advantage. That is for Horowhenua-Kapiti. First try, pick and drive from the scrum, try.
Tyson Maki goes across for his second try of the season, and as I remember his first, it was pretty similar to this. Good control of a big scrum.
Yeah, the wet and forget replay just slightly on that tight head right-hand side. Comes up, that takes out the West Coast loose forwards effectively. And the big number 8, strong, isn't he? Yep, high fives are around for the men in front of him, the tight 5.
West Coast struggled their way through for a 1-win, 5-loss season so far, have the Coasters. But they're on attack here as referee Griffiths calls for them to play the ball, so they do so.
They are building momentum though, aren't they? Here, you're right. Building field position. I think they've got an opportunity right.
Coming, show, go, lovely inside ball. That's a really, really good try to Kevin Curtis. Look at the very nice play from Nick Cumming in number 10.
And a classic inside line from the open side flanker too, wasn't it? So Cummings, I thought they had opportunity wide out right. Show and go, ball in 2 hands, and it's support play. Trusting the instinct, someone's going to be there, left and right this time on the inside. There's a classic 7.
So number 7 gets 6 for West Coast. I see they're going to drop the 6-point, 2-point scoring system after this season, which will send the statisticians into orbit, which is where that defender's just gone.
Yeah, there's 2 of them down. I think West Coast at the moment got 13.
Oh, Lammett gets into the clear. This guy's played a lot of 7s, and look at the line he runs here, the support play. It's very 7s-ish.
Yeah, class footballer, very skillful footballer. Great to have him back in this country. Horowhenua-Kapiti, very, very pleased to have him home. As I mentioned, West Coast actually defending with 13 at this stage after 2 of their guys go down. But it's the line you're wanting to read from out to win. He wasn't even in the shot initially, was Warwick Lammett, and then just hit it, toyed around a little bit with a little goose step and show and go, but he was always going to get under the black dot. The Whiz kid.
That's his 3rd try of the season. He scored a bunch of points as well for Horowhenua-Kapiti, so he's well worth his place in the team. Good drive, this.
Yeah, let's call it earlier. The hooker, right at the very back. We can see the skip.
Oh, geez, gone early. He's gone very early, but he got there. Dave Crouchley gets across. Now, traditionally, you wait until you're, a pace and a half from the goal line? He's gone a full 5 metres.
And I think I'd gone a bit early too.
6.
I thought they were going to keep going as well. But Crouchley went early, 5 or 6 metres out. Not many defenders, pretty strong, pretty determined. And the skip gets on the board. And, gee, this is going to tighten things up just a smidge at half-time.
There's a familiar figure on the touchline. Earl Curtin, former All Black selector. Watching Horowhenua-Kapiti as Lammett looks inside, finds support. Just about there is Lammett, his brother.
Is that Connor Johnson, the big man?
I think it is, actually.
Scored a few tries this year already, hasn't he?
Yeah, not as many as Scott Cameron, though, who's the other prop forward, number 3. And, whoa, that's a great step. Terrific step by Willie Paia'awa. And Wills is in for a try, and a very good one as well, to the left winger.
Yep, nearly right on full time, so this will make it with a conversion to come, a 10-point deficit for West Coast. They've done pretty good in the wet and forget replay, but every time, haven't they, Horowhenua-Kapiti have had a chance, they've built momentum on this attacking end, they've walked away with points, and it's a sign of a class side.
It's a good half, actually, from Horowhenua-Kapiti. 24-14 is their situation. They're playing very well for a team that's only won 1 match so far this year. You get a bit of that, don't you? you get that with teams that they look like they're looking good, but then you look at their record and it ain't so flash.
Well, often that just comes down to sort of concentration lapses for 5-10 minute spells. That's a cracking good time there, isn't it?
That was Scott Cameron, who I told you about before. Who's that? Buried himself and gone over. It's the number 8 again, Tyson Markey. Goes across for another one. Look at this. Talk about burying and burrowing.
Yeah, I was going to
try and say that fast.
Look how low he is. Like a mole, I guess you're going to say. His sneaky line-out move defensively. Horowhenua-Kapiti trying to get out. Plan move.
The old no-jump line-out. Exit plays, they call them in this day and age. Very, very important. How do you get out of any particular part of the field when you're hard on defence? And this is a very hard part of the field to get out of, the left-hand corner, and they haven't because they've coughed up possession to East Coast and to West Coast. Cumming goes away, and Heath goes in for the try.
Second try assist for Nick Cummings too. Remember, he gave that beautiful offload to Kevin Curtis, the open side flank of the first half. Look at the wet and forget replay. You mentioned this bottom right-hand corner, very hard to get out because of the wind. Here's Cumming attacking the line, ball in two hands. That is class. Love that to see. And then the little step and the pop. Beautiful. 2 offloads, 2 try assists, both leading to tries by the posts.
West Coast bench waiting for their chance. Captain Shelford towards the line.
This is Scott Cameron territory, isn't it? You mentioned him in the first half.
Yeah, I did.
Likes getting the old meat pie.
This is the space that he gets in these big long runs from about here. Lammett goes in, clears some bodies away, forgets about the ball, so somebody else comes and gets the ball.
Jersey 3, I reckon. No.
Can't count, Carmo. That's jersey 5.
Is that Lander? Gee,
yeah,
it's William Lander. Man. Well, if it can't be a 3, it's got to be a 5, doesn't it? That's right. Tight forwards are scoring, running amok, I reckon, this year, scoring some tries, aren't they? I know the front row club have been dotting down quite a bit in regular intervals right through the course of the season.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about your treatment of the front rowers either, actually. We might have that out before the day's out.
I love those front rowers.
Conversion's over, and Horowhenua-Kapiti, they've played very well today, very well indeed. 52-22 is a very convincing win over the boys from West Coast.
You know, we've been winning a lot of games at half-time and haven't quite managed to finish, but today the brothers came in hard and we spoke about playing till the 80th minute. Keeping 15 on the field was our key one, and we did it.
Pretty complicated, the next week's draw. There's some very important games there. King Country aiming for a home semi-final. Buller looking for a place in it. South Canterbury, Mid-Canterbury. Wairarapa Bush looking for a Meads Cup. North Otago looking for a Lahore Cup. They're all aiming for the stars. We'll explain that a bit better before next week's show starts, because just about every game has a bearing on the semi-finals that are only a week away now. One more week of round-robin play in the Mitre10 Heartland Championship, and we'll bring you all the highlights from all of those games right here at Mainfreight Rugby. Same time, same place next week.